Thanks, Mr. Narayanan, for speaking to CNN. It's been a difficult day for you. Give us what you're getting from Hyderabad, from the ground. What's the latest that you're picking up?
Well, not merely from Hyderabad, but I mean in the entire area of search, we have been very worried since we first learned that contact with the helicopter had been lost sometime in the morning, in the forenoon. And since then, I think we have done the utmost. I mean, apart from what the state government has been doing, we have pressed into service almost all the resources that are available. At the moment, and also previously, I think we have had several helicopters. Army helicopters have been scouring the region. Apart from that, 2 fixed-wing aircraft with synthetic aperture radar capabilities have also been pressed into service. We are hoping that they would come back with some images either later tonight or at least early tomorrow morning. The ISRO has sent a low-flying aircraft into the region. They've also picked up some images. Hopefully tomorrow morning, when one of our satellites is in the region, they will take a further picture. Meanwhile, as has already been explained by other people, I think forces on the ground are also looking at the possibility whether we can either find the helicopter or we can find the individuals, as the case may be. For the moment, we're keeping our fingers crossed that there would be a miraculous escape in this case.
You're saying miraculous. You've been in contact with the security forces as well as the state administration and, of course, the defense forces. What's the feedback that you're getting? It can't be looking good, given that it's so long.
It may not not good, but I've talked to people, particularly in the defense and other services, who normally use helicopters and that kind of platforms. There have been quite a few cases where people have been discovered after a long delay. Yes, I mean, most of those have happened in areas like the northeast, etc., where communications are far less adequate. So, to that extent, the situation that we are facing here doesn't seem to be very good. But I think we are all believers. I certainly am a believer in God, and I think the Chief Minister and I share a common passion for the Lord of the Seven Hills. So I'm hopeful that will carry him through.
You talked about the fact that the lack of contact, the communication failure is the most worrying aspect. Are you able to rule out at this time, and I know it's premature, a technical snag or a pilot error or maybe even a Naxal strike that might have actually brought the helicopter down?
No, the first two, yes, but I think a Naxal strike, I think, is extremely improbable. I would almost entirely rule it out. But anything you may say is possible, but I do not think the Naxalites have the capability to have brought down a helicopter of this kind just now.
It's going to be a long night. Do you know when you would want to call off a search if there are no concrete results available tomorrow?
No, I think definitely if you don't find the helicopter or the people tonight, we'll carry on the search tomorrow. I don't think there's a question of our calling off the search till we find what has or discover what has really happened.
Whether there are survivors or
I mean, we presume that we should be able to get the wreckage. If there is a wreckage, and hopefully, as I said a few minutes ago, I do hope that we will find the Chief Minister, his secretary, and the PSO, maybe who have been unable to communicate for whatever reason, but hopefully without injuries, hopefully without serious injuries.
Final question. There were some reports that the DGCA had declared that this particular Bell 430 did not have an airworthy certificate. Basically, it wasn't fit to fly, leave alone carry the state's Chief Minister. Have you heard anything of the kind?
I have not. Well, I also saw the news report. I think it was in the electronic media. I really have not seen it. But at the moment, it's a question of whether the helicopter was airworthy or not, and whether it should have flown or not is not the issue. We have to find the Chief Minister. We have to find the other 2 people who were with him, and hopefully we'll find them with not injured, or at least if they're injured, not seriously injured.
We wish you luck.
Thank you.